Yeah, if I were them, I would go with the Muslim.
Recently, 4K reversed their decision not to use the Muslim in team matchups, using them on their NGL lineup. We'll keep you posted on any new developments. Now for Creo versus Ohai. While both players creep early, neither actually scouts. Creo uses that opportunity to throw up an expansion. At Tier 2, Ohai scouts the Expo and makes the choice to go mass archers to counter. Let's see how that works for him. Ohai wants to take on the expansion, but Creo is constantly harassing him without actually fighting. Beyond that, all Creo does is focus heroes. At this point, Ohai has twice the archers that Creo has and looks to be in control. Instead of focusing archers, Ohai takes the risky move of focusing heroes, which forces 2 town portals. In the final battle, he spends all of his time focusing on a hero that he doesn't actually kill. Rather than harassing until Tier 3 and getting bears, Ohai loses it. Game 2 starts out with Creo hitting Ohai right at Tier 2. Rather than going to bears, Creo sticks with archers while Ohai tries to go bears. Creo easily overwhelms him with more than enough archers to win the game.
Just like 4 Kings to Muslim, Mad Frog is also making a comeback. Mad Frog was a dominant player in 2003 and 2004, finishing second at the Electronic Sports World Cup twice and winning the first Blizzard Worldwide Invitational. Mad Frog recently joined World Elite, but has said he is waiting for StarCraft 2 to start playing competitively. Recently, he played a best-of-3 against his old clanmate, Insomnia. Game 1 on Twisted Meadows starts with Mad Frog expoing quickly, an extremely unorthodox strategy for Undead. When Insomnia finally scouts the Expo, he has a level 3 Archmage against Ghouls, which is just not pretty. Insom pulls out a genius move, making 1 Dragonhawk and upgrading Cloud to counter Frog's towers. The lack of towers lets him kill many of Mad Frog's acolytes. Insomnia simply harasses until he can amass a strong Tier 3 army. At the same time, he allows Mad Frog to creep all of his heroes to at least level 3. Mad Frog finally attacks Insom. Watch the air battle as the combination of Destros with mana and the Panda demolish Insomnia's flying machines. Mad Frog won an impressive Game 1. Mad Frog starts Game 2 with an even more obscure strategy, going Dreadlord and fast expoing. Just as in the first game, Insomnia's level 3 Archmage destroys Ghouls. Despite Mad Frog's surround, he just does not have the firepower to do anything. Mad Frog needed time to tech, but Insomnia never gave him that time. Without forcing any town portals, Mad Frog could not do much, as Insomnia forced a Game 3. Mad Frog finally utilizes a conventional strategy, going Death Knight Ghouls while teching. Instead of expoing, Mad Frog attacked Insomnia's expo, delaying it significantly. Mad Frog is able to tech to Tier 3 without much of a fight from Insomnia. Once he has his Destros, Mad Frog pushes into Insomnia's expo. Without more Destros, he has to back off. Finally, 20 minutes into the game, both players decide to fight. Mad Frog's destroyers are demolished by Insomnia's massive flying machines, giving Insomnia the victory. Okay, I'm going to bring in Civilian, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about Mad Frog. So he just made his comeback. How good is Mad Frog at this point?
I think Mad Frog in Warcraft 3 is almost at the pro level. He was fighting against Insomnia today, and Insomnia has been at the pro level for a long time. He's definitely a good player, and Mad Frog almost won. In fact, if the battle had been in a different position and the flying machines were closer to Mad Frog's Panda, then he probably could have done Breath of Fire and pulled out a victory.
Mad Frog recently made the choice to not try to go pro in Warcraft 3. He's going to wait until StarCraft 2 comes out. What do you think about that choice?
I think it's not a bad choice. The StarCraft 2 beta is probably going to be coming out during this year, and StarCraft 2 will come out after that. There's only really a few more months of Warcraft 3 play that's going to be continuing, so why put in a lot of energy just for a few months?
Right, and now we're going to move on to Grubby against Shy. Grubby and Shy cross positions on Lost Temple, which practically guarantees an expansion. Shy makes the guarantee while Grubby elects to tech. Throughout the game, Grubby has to rely on his micro and hero kills to bail him out of a 4,000 gold gap. Here he is, fighting down 20 food. He comes out of the battle with higher hero levels, but a food gap of 15 food. With some nice macro, Grubby cuts the gap to only 10 food by the next battle. More than close enough to kick Shy's ass. Grubby wins the series in 3 games. We move on to the top plays. Coming in at number 5, we have Todd using the Creeps Wand of Lightning Shield against them. I've never seen this done, ever.
Yeah, this is just harsh for the Creeps. I'd feel angry, This is friendly fire, man.
And note here, he has to back off from the Creeps and kill him himself, so the Wand of Lightning Shield doesn't kill them, and he'll get the EXP.
Top play number 4, we have a red health Archmage running away. DK looks hungry, and TP gets off right before the coil.
And we move on to top play number 3, another TP here, this time by the Demon Hunter. He TPs back to his base, but little does he know Grubby's grunts are waiting for him right there.
Blocked from the Moonwells, he can't get to him, and he beats it.
Now, coming in at number 2, we have a very, very low red health Mountain King here as we speed this clip up for you guys.
He gets coiled, and Holy Light Nova, he just barely avoids death.
Now, we've seen that happen once, but here it happens again, a second time. Seeing that twice, that close, is just insane. And then watching it again just a third time.
The key here is that the cooldown for the Holy Light is just a little bit faster than the Death Coil, and the Holy Light went off first, so it was happening every time.
Now we're on to number 1. We have Grubby here, and this is why Grubby's Grubby. Would you count how many units Grubby loses?
Well, the count is at 0 right now, and I don't see any units dying at anytime soon.
Now, if you notice here, every red health unit, which he has, Grubby is microing back, and there's absolutely nothing that the Night Elf, who's shy, can do to stop him right here. This is why Grubby is Grubby, and you are not.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to go back to Battle.net and dream.
And that's it for our top plays.
Four Kings won this 3-1. They didn't have to play the 2v2 match because they had won 3 solo games. Seed, why did they win?
They've got Todd, they've got Grubby, they've got Creo. 3 awesome solo players. If you can't knock off any of those 3, you're just going to lose every single time. That's why they're going to do so well in the LAN finals. They got 3 awesome solo players.
4K is moving on to the LAN finals, and that's all for this week. Next week, we'll be covering the Blizzard Worldwide Invitational.
I'm really, really excited to cover this tournament. It's the biggest collection of Warcraft 3 talent I have ever seen. That's all for this time.